Hello there, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, we're going to talk about WoW Classic, and more specifically, we're going to talk about the Season of Mastery, which is something they just announced last night for WoW Classic, which is essentially Classic WoW Fresh, but also Classic Plus. So yeah, we're going to talk about all of that, guys. But before we get into all of that, I just want to shout out my Twitch, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me streaming World of Warcraft, New World, any sort of MMO content, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. Right, so Classic Fresh is officially happening. It was mentioned before in one of the development updates, but now we have more details on what's happening, when the beta starts, and all the changes that they're actually making to Classic WoW Season of Mastery, they're calling it. But obviously people will call it Classic Fresh, some people will call it Classic Plus, but we're going to go over all of the details that they announced last night with the beta date as well, which is actually way sooner than we thought. This all kind of started recently with their patch 1.14. Now, the 1.14 patch was simply just a patch to bring up the client's backend to Shadowlands, because originally I believe it was based off Battle for Azeroth. That was actually released on Tuesday, so we were kind of anticipating some sort of announcement soon after that, because they kind of said on Twitter that that's going to be kind of the baseline for Classic Fresh. So yeah, and here it is. Here is the announcement for Classic Fresh. So let's just talk about what is happening with the Season of Mastery realms. So, first and foremost, the unlocks are going to happen way faster. They're actually planning a 12-month cadence with all 6 of the phases of Classic WoW. So this is kind of a seasonal realm. It's going to be super quick. All of the 6 phases will be out within the next 12 months once it releases, which is actually pretty quick. That's actually super fast. I mean, what, like maybe 2 months a patch, depending on the patch. Obviously, some are bigger than others. But yeah, that's actually kind of massive. One of the other major phase changes they're actually doing as well is introducing the PvP honor system and battlegrounds in phase 1 instead of phase 3 and 4. So PvP is coming in from the get-go. There's not going to be some crazy world PvP again. Battlegrounds will be in from the start with the honor system. So that's going to be very interesting as well with the gearing and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's the only real phase changes that we're seeing. As I said, 12-month cadence, 6 phases, all of the same again. So you have Molten Core, Dire Maul, Blowing Les, Ulgarub, AQ, and finally Naxxramas, of course. And that's kind of the release schedule of the Season of Mastery realm. I was actually kind of surprised for them to announce that straight away with the changes to PvP. I've already seen much feedback on the PvP stuff. So yeah, do let me know down below, guys, what you think of the changes to PvP being in phase 1 instead of phase 3 and 4. They also announced some pretty major changes to raid bosses and raiding in Classic WoW Fresh. So these include the removal of world buffs in raids. So world buffs will still exist out in the world. You can still use them in dungeons, presumably. But in raid instances, they will be disabled, which is actually kind of huge. They also said that they're restoring mechanics that were removed early on some raid bosses, so I'm not really sure specifically what they mean by that. I would love some more details, but yeah, that's one of the things they listed. They're also removing the debuff limit. So this was 16 debuffs in WoW Classic. This is now gone. There is no debuff limit on bosses in WoW Classic Fresh raiding, so that's actually kind of massive. And because of all those changes, they are increasing the health on bosses to offset the player buffs and the removal of the debuff limit. So it's going to be interesting if they actually do go and test raiding on the open beta, which is coming very soon. So that's going to be interesting to see. I think it's one of those things where you just got to kind of try it out. Will it be difficult? Will it take a lot longer to kill Ragnaros and Onyxia the first time around? I really hope so, but we will certainly see what will happen with these changes to raiding. They also announced some quality of life additions, so the biggest one here, and the most contentious for sure, is faster leveling. Yeah, they're actually planning to increase the rates of leveling in WoW Classic, and what they've said, they're going to make the 1 to 60 experience essentially the same as Burning Crusade Classic, with a bigger focus on quest XP increases. So right now on Burning Crusade Classic, the 1 to 20 experience is actually the same as Classic WoW, but from 20 to 60, the amount per level was actually reduced by 15%, and as well as that, they actually increased the experience gained from completing quests across the board from level 30 onwards. They also did make some changes to outdoor elite quests as well to make them soloable, so I don't know if they're actually going to see that change, but overall the experience from 1 to 60 in Burning Crusade Classic is exponentially faster than WoW Classic. So it's going to be interesting to see how much faster people can smash out this WoW Classic leveling. Now obviously one of the reasons they're doing this is because of the fast cadence of the patches. Now 12-month thing, some people take a long time to level, so presumably they're doing this just because, you know, people are going to be stuck level 30 by the time phase 4 is out or something like that. So yeah, for me personally, I really like it. I've seen a lot of people not happy about this change. So I'd love to know what you guys think of this. As I said, I'm happy with the change, but I'm a pretty casual player, so I'd love to know what some, more hardcore Classic players think of the faster leveling coming in WoW Classic. They also announced 2 other quality of life additions, including meeting stones converted to summoning stones, which I don't think anyone in their right mind could ever complain about. I think it's one of the best changes they ever did in Burning Crusade. So yeah, meeting stones will now be summoning stones, and they're also increasing the mining and herbalism nodes. Now, what they've said, the reason for increasing the nodes is to provide a more consistent economy this time around. So they're trying to do something about the economy. That's going to be super interesting. I will be curious to see what happens with that. Obviously, as you'd imagine, you're going to see a lot more quality of life additions coming in with this as well. This is kind of early days. They've only announced faster leveling, meat and stone, and mining and herbalism nodes. Actually, to add on top of all of this, they did also do kind of a follow-up post as well, talk about mage boosting. So mage boosting is something that is a big point of contention again in the community, and they've actually said they are going to make adjustments to reduce its impact in beta. So we're going to be seeing that pretty much from beta. It says especially in hotspots like Moradin, where mage boosting was most prevalent. They also did say a little bit more details on the XP gains. It is going to be focused entirely on quest XP, and they don't have any other plans to increase other sources of XP at this time. So killing monsters and things like that will be essentially exactly the same. The only major increase here is quest XP, it seems. So yeah, again, we will see on open beta, which starts on October 5th, which is actually next week. And as I said, open beta. This is open for everybody. Everybody will be able to jump in here. There's no mention of having a subscription or anything like that. So we'll be very excited to jump into this, see what other changes are planned, because I feel like there's going to be a lot more undocumented changes coming in the Season of Mastery realm. So yeah, very exciting times for Classic players for sure. Guys, let me know down below what you think of the Season of Mastery realm. Is this something that you're interested in? Is this something you're not interested in? For me personally, I think I will jump into the beta, but I don't know if I'm going to jump into launch. I probably will, I think. I do love Classic WoW a lot. I love TBC more, I'm not going to lie. But with these changes, it does seem very appealing, especially some of those faster leveling changes that are coming to the game. So yeah, guys, let me know down below. I'd love to know what you guys think. Before I go, guys, I'd like to give a massive shout out to my amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. And if you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you'd like to subscribe. If you haven't, we've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members. And as I said, I am now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me streaming New World or World of Warcraft or any other MMO content, guys, I am over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. I'd love to have you over there. It'd be super fun. We chill out and we have a good time. So yeah, twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.